sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Goes right back to Smith again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he
finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, it's Lawrence. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now this throw caught left side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Conventional wisdom tells runners to work north and south and get upfield, but he was hoping he could win the race to the pylon. Excellent job of pursuit there by the defense, and they wound up knocking him backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. He's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After one, our score, 12-6. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
36. Go on. Check 43. Tighten up. Under 10. 10.
A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Look. Squeeze.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This one swung out here to Jones.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ginn has it complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play action. It's Herbert. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got this down to the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Touchdown! John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
touchdown, Jaguars! Boy, A.J. Brown, I mean, one of the best in the NFL with the ball in his hands. And there's another example why. Pass on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Chargers 19, Jaguars 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Trips over here. Let's overload. 51, Mike 51. Watch the crowd.
Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Mike 7. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Chris Rumph, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Hatch it. Out. There. Get it.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Up, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
X3, 218, jump. Snap.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. This is caught. The tight end Cameron. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hey, echo.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Runs over him. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for L.A. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he bounds through.
Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, box drop. 49.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Leo! Hey, we got to seal. All day, just like that. Smoke! Rush in. 6-6, bullet high. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, exit. Mike 9.
Now Lawrence. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They go play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Bravo! 49 to Mike. Watch 49. I want that. Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start to keep.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Trucks over him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Seibert on for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way, because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Alpha. 49 the mic. 49 the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Buying time to his left. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Nice, sweetheart. Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. Bring it back.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 79.
On the give, this is Eckler. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
49's the mic, 149.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again is Lawrence. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 49. Hey, 2. 49. 5.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the